Good morning, Westminster. That is not enough energy for this presenter today. Good morning, Westminster. Thank you. Sydney Satchell is a charismatic and dynamic speaker committed to living life to the fullest. She has experienced unforeseen turns along her journey, but her positive approach in the face of adversity has yielded a renewed spirit. Known as an optimist and the ultimate encourager, Satchell has shared her moving message with audiences throughout the United States. Satchell is a Windsor, Connecticut native who graduated from Ethel Walker in Simsbury, Connecticut. She holds a bachelor's degree from Howard University, where she graduated magna cum laude. While at Howard, she was also a member of the Division I women's lacrosse team. Less than a year working at Berkshire School, Sydney was in a life-altering car accident that led to the loss of a limb. Her commitment to athletics and determination through her recovery led Howard University's athletic department to name her an award, the Sydney Satchell Award for Perseverance. Presently, Satchell is a member of the U.S. women's national sitting volleyball team and trains full-time in her pursuit to Paralympic gold in Paris, France, 2024. She proudly serves in her local church, the Birthing Room. Please give a warm Westie welcome to Sydney Satchell.
You did so good. Hey, y'all. Now, when she said that that morning wasn't good for this speaker, she wasn't kidding. Good morning, Westie. Clear it up. Stretch. Faculty, I need you. Staff, come on. My name is Sydney Satchell, and I'm so excited. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, baby. All right. Happy Black History Month. And in due fashion, our black faculty are late. Woo! Okay. Come on in. I love you. Nah. This is the Apollo this morning. Yeah. See, I love you. I don't think I've met you yet, but I love you. All right, that's the kind of morning we're about to have, y'all. If anybody wants to come and sit up here, if y'all like, man, I can't feel Satch up there, and you want to come sit up here, that is more than appropriate, because I shall not stand up here, and I'm 5'2", so all the lacrosse hair that I see back there, you're not going to be able to see me. All the nice ponytails, ladies, you probably won't be able to see me. I'm just trying to help you. I'm 5'2", and I'm not standing up there. I love it, but I'm not going to stand up there because I just love being like in the crowd. All right. My name is Satchell. I am so happy to be here. Like my good sis just said, I am a graduate of Ethel Walker, that all girls, single-sex education over there across the street. I am a proud Walker's alum, and the beautiful thing about it is I'm having a little a PTSD, if you will, being on Westie's campus as a lacrosse player. We didn't win many games here. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. We didn't win many games here. However, in that basketball gym, I know we won a lot of them. It's all right, though. You know what I mean? There's a love-hate relationship when I come on this campus. The reason why I'm telling you this is because there are going to be times in your life where you try your hardest and you do not win. Okay? Where you can have pride in something that you did not conquer. You didn't win the championship. You didn't get into the school you wanted to get into. But that does not mean that you do not have pride in your journey. It does not mean that I have not celebrated the journey that the Lord has brought me in and through. I have these bracelets that I'll hand out a little later. It says celebrate your journey, and that's the topic we're going to be talking about today. How do you celebrate a journey that you're like, man, I don't even know where I'm going? The cool thing about my story is I've been an athlete my entire life. 5 years old, soccer, 5-year-old soccer, like running in circles. No one really understands where or what goal we should. But my aggressive athletic journey started when I was playing goalie one Saturday, and my mom was behind it, was like, do not let them in. This is your house. I'm a 5-year-old little girl. You know what I'm saying? Mom, way too intense, okay? This is not the World Cup, but something about her support allowed me to go off, okay? My teammates, the other team is coming with the ball, and I'm like, get out of my house! And they're like, what is going on with this crazy girl? And what you will see is that attitude throughout my entire tenure, college, and now being a professional athlete, I have this mentality that it doesn't matter how tall you are, how big you are, you won't win. It's crazy, I know. Can I get one of our lacrosse boys, defenders, to stand up? The tallest one we got. I need the tallest one. Who is it? He's the tallest? You the tallest? Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. This is how crazy I am a little bit. Come on. What's your name, sir? Thomas. How you doing, Thomas? Here you go. Okay, so this is how, when I say celebrate your journey, this is what I mean. There's going to be times where there's a Thomas in your life where you're like, man, I think I want to get past him. I want to score the goal, but something about what I know about him, he seems like a serious lacrosse player, guys. Like, he seems very into it. But for me, as a lacrosse player, is it okay if we play this out? Yeah. You might want to get low, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Come on. All right. You trying to play me like you're going to play defense standing straight up. Come on, man. So if I'm acting like I'm playing lacrosse and I'm getting to him and I roll and I just go by him, something about that says he's not going to let me do it. But in my journey, I have been able to see things like Thomas in my way and figure out a way to get around him. I have on a prosthetic, okay? I'm going to do my best without hitting that piano to try to get around you. Get your cameras out. What's your name? Jill. Don't talk on the mic. Just hold the mic, okay? All right. Thank you, Jill. All right. Imaginary stick, people. Okay. Let's get it going. Here you go. Thanks. What I'm saying is, he could have shut me down a long time ago, okay? There will be people who are going to underestimate you. There are going to be situations where your journey will not be celebrated the way y'all just clapped for me. But it will be an opportunity, and I'll explain a little bit more through my journey about what it looks like when you hit a tree, when there's ice and snow in your tires, and you leave that car accident having to make a decision that you never wanted to make, okay? It's 2015. I was working at the perfect school. I thought it was my perfect job, right? No school is perfect. But I was working at Berkshire, and I was loving it. I was having a blast, okay? Total fun. Staff, faculty, please make sure y'all having fun here. Like, I loved it, okay? Find some friends, enjoy what you have, because these years will fly by. The tree was no bigger than my arms. And there, when I hit the tree, the left side tire was between my left and my right knee. How does a tire get past all that stuff and pin my left leg to the car, to the driver's side door? I have no idea. I tried to get myself up, couldn't get out of the car. The engine was still going, okay, for 20 minutes. How many of y'all like action and like Fast and Furious, those series, or John Wick and, you know, combat? That's me. And I'm like, at this point, this thing is about to blow in 3, 2, 1. We're in a movie. Like, that's where I was. This great Samaritan came and called 911 for me and all the things. It took them 20 minutes to get me out of the car using Jaws of Life. Anybody know what Jaws of Life is? It's this big machinery. It's almost like scissors for cars, and they had to cut me out of the car. Took them 20 minutes to get there, 20 minutes to get me out, and another 20 minutes to shut off the engine, another 30 minutes to get me out, and then an additional 30 minutes to get me to the nearest hospital. When I talk about celebrating your journey, I could not celebrate my journey when I got to today. Because there's so many little stories, so many little points in our stories that deserve celebration. Hey, if you turn, some of y'all, I can feel you in here. The fact that you turned in the essay on time deserves cake. You know what I'm saying? If that's you, just raise. No, I'm kidding. Come on, man. Don't expose yourself like that. For some of you, getting to chapel early deserves celebration. For some of you, scoring your first goal or clapping and celebrating when somebody else gets an award, but you feel like you deserve it, that sometimes and oftentimes deserves celebration. So what did I do? I started singing. I don't know why I do this, but I started singing when I got to the ER because I was just happy to be alive. Anybody just happy to be alive today? Like, I just know that, like, my drive, shout out to you, and somebody else had their hand up here. Yes. Just happy to be alive, and that's the point. Journeys deserve to be celebrated. Say it with me. Say, my journey deserves celebration. We'll say it again. My journey deserves celebration. All right. So what happens next in my little, don't give me volume. Okay, so what happened next in my journey? I had to make a decision to keep my leg or to amputate. It's the equivalent of like the biggest life decision you ever made. That is what I had to decide. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna go to this school, that school? Am I gonna go here? Am I gonna go there? Am I gonna take this AP? Am I gonna take that one? What's gonna set me up for life? Who's gonna date a girl with the amputated leg? Like, I was going through the things, okay? And I had remembered what happened the last time I was in it felt like a life-altering situation. It was senior year. I'm a lacrosse player. I was late to the recruiting game, yet I am black playing lacrosse, people, okay? I think I'm a hot commodity. You need some color on your team. I am good, and I'm ready to work, okay? It's Black History Month, so me saying I'm black, please don't be offended. I'm just really trying to just bring this story to life, amen. So what happened was, I got injured on your campus. This is what I'm telling you. My biggest goal was like, I want to make the soccer all-star team. I was a defender, so soccer was cool. And I got on that field. 12 minutes in, I go down, ACL, meniscus, tears in my kneecap, all the things. I go down in the first 12 minutes. And how many of you have had injuries? Baby, I thought it was over. But what I didn't realize is that point was going to help me to the next point. This is why celebrating your journey is going to be life-changing for every single person in this room, faculty and staff included. I wish that you never have to endure an amputation. But there are things when life's, we're like, man, I didn't see this coming. Man, I wish I could have done that differently. But what I have learned is that what you put in will always come out. So the good character, the grit and the grace, the balance, the knowledge, the education that you are receiving, the character building, the what does it look like when hard times come? Will you cheat or will you do the work? Will you be responsible for the words that come out of your mouth? Will you be kind? What does joy look like to you? What does love and tenderness look like to you? What happened in that hospital room is that there were 22 years of not always great character. Amen. I ain't perfect. But what it was good character was coming out. I was able to, by the grace of God, to encourage my nurses, to make one of the most, greatest, I think he was an infectious disease doctor, very stern, very mean. But at the end of it, he was laughing and enjoying coming into my room. What does it look like when you celebrate your journey? What's up, Blessing? What up, girl? What does it look like for you to enjoy your journey? To say, hey, math ain't my thing, but the moment I get that C, I'm going ham. I'm throwing a party. Because what I had to do is the fact that I was able to make a decision to amputate with the help of the Lord, I had to celebrate that to the point where we had cake. Because when they asked me, hey, Satch, here's amputation. This is what we want to do. This is how we're trying to do it. I did not know. Please hear me, y'all. I'm going to stand up here for this one. They were suggesting amputation, and I did not know how high they were going to amputate. Anything if you don't know about amputations is there is no technology to date that can replicate the genius of God in what our body already does, okay? So there's no prosthetic, there's no technology that has ever been created that is better than this knee. So the fact that they were going to say, hey, we don't know how high we're going to amputate really communicated to me in my ignorance back then what the quality of life would have been. The higher you amputate, the longer it takes for you to learn how to walk again. The longer it takes for a prosthetic to potentially fit or not fit. And so when you see people who are not wearing a prosthetics, but their amputations are super high, give them grace because there may not be a prosthetic that's been created that fits their stump, okay? And so I had to go into a decision to say, hey, I'm going to go and make this huge decision. My only purpose in being here today is to remind you and be a present testimony that when life lifes, you have this beautiful opportunity to know that this is not the end. Some of us are feeling like, bro, if I don't get this 100 on this next thing, or if I don't get into this particular situation or this program, life is over. I am telling you, I did not get into my number one choice. I wanted to go to Temple University and play for Bonnie Rose, and one of the greatest Hall of Fame coaches who, in my opinion, have ever lived and played for this country. I got denied. Oh, baby, did I get denied. I cried, and, I had that human emotion. But what did I do? I went to go play at Howard University. And then I was like, hey, Howard, thank you for your time. I'm about to go and play for Bonnie Rose, and I'm going to try this thing again. I was in an office with the woman that I'm like drooling over, and this opportunity came up. She was like, I'm going to give you an opportunity and a chance to play for me, but scholarship you won't get to your senior year. But what I'm going to offer you is, I like your character. Are you kidding me? It wasn't, she watched some film, but it wasn't film that got me the opportunity to play for a woman who I was dreaming of playing for. It wasn't my stats. It wasn't the recommendation of my coaches. It was my character. And at 17, I had worked 17 years on this character. So the things that these staff members and these coaches are trying to instill in you, this is not even what I'm supposed to be talking about, but I felt like I'm supposed to help y'all, is that character matters. I've had 2 jobs where they created a legit job. They were done, Berkshire was done hiring for the summer. I met a couple people and they were like, we want to create a job for you because we want you on this campus. No references. I filled out no application. Why? Because character is what matters. It's the journey that you are on, that it's those little things. It's that amputation. It was the amputation. It was the tears in my ACL and MCL that got me to the point that say, I love my life no matter what happens in my journey. And the moment you get to that place that says, man, I love this life that I have been given and I want to do my best. Not in comparison, but I want to do my best. That was the moment where doors started to fly open for me. When I say fly, I mean fly. Because if you ask anybody in this room, what does it look like? What do you dream about? What do you like, man, this is what I want to do. When I got to Howard University, or after the amputation, and I think that's what I'm supposed to be talking about, but I feel like I'm supposed to go in this direction. After the amputation, I spent almost 2 months in the hospital, 8 surgeries later. I don't have a foot. I'm trying to figure out life. I shaved my head a little bit because I was like, I'm ready for something new. Anybody ever like done something drastic just to like get out of a situation? Amen. Yes, I appreciate your honesty. So I was doing all of these things. My family and friends were super supportive. I was celebrating my journey throughout and throughout. I went back to a campus that I dear so loved at Howard University, and guess what happened? I sent a text message, and I'm like, to the assistant AD at the time, and I'm like, hey girl, I'm back on campus, would love to see you. I didn't know that when I sent that text message, she was in a conversation with all of the important people in the athletic department, and they were trying to figure out what alum that they wanted to put this, they were trying to figure out an alum to put their name on an award that they wanted to give. Who knew that they would unanimously choose my name? An award that is second highest in our athletic department, the Sidney Satchell Award for Perseverance. Later that afternoon, they told me I was in shambles, I was in tears. I'm a little dramatic. I'm like, are you sure? Like, this is so big. Like, I'm completely dramatic, okay? But I'm also like, are you kidding me? Mind you, they did not give me the award just because of what I endured in the car accident and what I was able to overcome. If somebody wanted to name an award after you, what would they name it after? Is it kindness? Is it stewardship? Is it work ethic? Or is it laziness? Rude, attention grabbing? What is it? What would they name the award after you? And I'm not doing this to discourage anybody. I'm saying, hey, let's level up. You have something special. You are not here by accident. You have something special to leave on this campus. And for my seniors, trust me, you want to leave this place better than you found it. And some of the things that you're like, man, I wish we could do something different, that is your responsibility. The cool thing about my time at Howard is I didn't always want to be there. I didn't always like everything that was going on. But one thing was for sure, my character rung through. So I did go to soccer games that nobody attended. I did go to softball games that nobody attended because I cared about the athletic department. I cared about my teammates, okay? How much time do I have? Because I feel like I'm running out. 5. Okay. But I wanted to share that because I feel like some of y'all are like, when speakers come, you're like, man, how did they be able to do that? My thing, good character and God. I can't tell my story without my faith. I believe in Jesus. I'm unapologetically Christian, but I respect my brothers and sisters who believe differently, who live differently. But I can't tell my story without recognizing that my dependency was on a greater and more consistent God than I can ever be. And the most important part that I want to share with you guys is that your journey matters. My story is unique, absolutely. And if you want to come up, I always like to do this, just to let y'all know it's I really don't have a foot. Anybody want to get that? No, I'm kidding. It's okay. The faces. That was amazing. And I do this to show you. I wish this, amputation is not the end of the world, okay? Now I got your attention. I should have took my foot off earlier. Some of y'all woke up. Thank you. This is all I had to do was do a party trick. All right. Okay. But the reason I'm doing this, let me get back up here so y'all can see for real. But the reason I take my foot off is to show you what joy looks like after you feel like you failed. The real failure is never getting back up again. I share this inspirational, hopefully motivational, life-changing story to show you what it really looks like to have your dreams be readjusted. It was a childhood dream of mine. I told my mom, I was like, man, I want to play in the Olympics with lacrosse. Mind you, lacrosse is not in the Olympics, but I was a dreamer. I was like, man, I want to be the first black girl on the first inaugural team in the Olympics. I was like 7. And then I, go through this journey, and now I have this beautiful opportunity to play sitting volleyball. Sitting volleyball is a Paralympic sport. You got to be missing something, or, everybody can't play at that level. But it's beautiful to see my teammates who were athletes prior to either their accidents, and some of my teammates were born with limb differences, and we get to compete all across the world. Top 3 in the world. And here's the thing. My team has won 2 gold medals in a row. That's something to clap about. I joined the team officially. I moved to Oklahoma to chase after a dream. In 2017, I went. 2019, I officially joined the team, even though my coach had a jersey for me in 2018. I'm still trying to figure out why. But I joined the team officially in 2019. The next Paralympics was in 2021 because of, COVID. And I did not go to that Paralympics in Tokyo 2021. I'm on the team. I do the same work. I have the same requirements, and I do not go. Why am I about to cry? And my first volleyball coach, shout out to Jill Harrington. She's up here. She was one of my teachers at Walker's, and she's just here supporting me. And I just want to acknowledge her in this story. Clap it up for her, y'all. And now she works at AOF. Please leave her alone when she walks out of here. Okay? Leave her alone. She's with me. I tell you that because I'm playing a sport I had never played officially prior to my accident. I had never played organized volleyball. Oh no, I had never played organized volleyball before 2017 when I started working with, it's weird to call you Harrington, but Miss Harrington. Never. But what was in me? Character, athleticism, and I was like, man, I'm about to try this thing. So what I did quickly before my time runs out is I was able to help my team win a gold medal from the States. They were in Tokyo. They won a gold medal. We have a team of 18 right now. Only 12 get to go to the Paralympics this summer in Paris. I don't know if I'm going. I don't know. Our starting libero, because that's the position I play, our starting libero has been injured, and I was able to help our team in a tournament qualify. But she's won 2 gold medals. She's won 2 gold medals, and she's still the preferred libero to our team. But when it was my time to help my team qualify for the Paris Paralympics that I may not attend, I took my role seriously enough because I'm a team player, and I recognize that a team sport is a team sport. So I can't wait to come back and tell you that I got a gold medal, but if I don't come back with a gold medal, please know it was not because I did not try. It wasn't because I did not do my part. It wasn't because I didn't eat healthy. It wasn't because I did not fight. It was because sometimes when we work so hard, sometimes we are left at home. True. Sometimes we lose. Now, I'm working hard to be on that roster, though. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully I'll come back with some new jewelry and another story to tell. But for all of you who have had the story of I tried and I did my part and it didn't work, please know that that is only one stud, one toe. No? Okay. Just one stepping stone. No? Okay. It's just one part, one piece of what your story could and will look like. I pray that you enjoyed anything that I had to share. I believe that my story can be life-changing if you apply it. To know that there is something super special when you celebrate your journey and not focus or compare your journey to somebody else's. Thank you. I want to just, I'll be here for at least a few minutes afterwards.